Hi everyone, how are you? I'm glad you're here this evening. My name is Dr. KK Wynn and I'm visiting you from Richmond, Texas, which is a suburb of Houston. And I am thrilled to be here this evening. We do have a little bit of housekeeping. If you will comment with your favorite Beautycounter product and tag a friend, your name will be put in for a drawing. So just so glad to have you join me this evening as I talk about my Beautycounter journey and why you should join Beautycounter if you're not already a consultant, or why you should keep going if you're a consultant and maybe have had any bumps in the road or don't see yourself going where you want to go. So I just want to thank you for joining me this evening. I am going to continue to present. I see a bunch of Counter Excellence people jumping in. I want to give that shout out right now to all of you. I love you all. And at the end, I'll be happy to answer questions, and absolutely we'll go back to the chat later on so that I can answer anything you may ask or respond to comments that you are making. As I mentioned, my name is Dr. KK Wynn, and I joined Beautycounter 4 years ago after my dear friend, Dr. Stephanie Walker, introduced the opportunity to me. I was busy living my best life, mother of 4, wife, full-time job. I did not have time to add anything else to my plate. And I'm laughing now because I'm thinking about how these are really myth busters, right? Like I'm 45 years old, mother of 4, wife of a husband, amazing husband for 20 years, school administrator, don't wear makeup, not a salesperson. So I had all these reasons why Beautycounter was not for me. And as a matter of fact, Stephanie probably called me 4 times. We went out to dinner and I finally agreed to go to her house for our traditional, and we didn't call them necessarily pop-ups then, but for a party, a Beautycounter party where I could learn, or social, where I could learn more about Beautycounter. And it was at that time that she shared a video with her guests. And when the video was over, I completely felt bamboozled by the beauty industry and wanted to do something about it. My doctorate is in education, and so I take seriously my charge of being an educator. And so when I found out this terrible information, I told Stephanie, I have to join right now. The funny thing about it is I had never even tried a Beautycounter product before I joined. So here I was joining this company that I didn't really know a whole lot about, but I just knew that they were doing work that was going to socially impact people in a positive way, and I wanted to be part of it. So 4 years ago, that journey started. Somewhere along the way, I, was going to different conferences. I was learning all about Beautycounter, and I would see these amazing people sharing about Beautycounter. And I think, I really thought that I could do, I thought that I wanted to do what they were doing and that I could get there, but I don't think I really thought I could do it. So there was a difference between me wanting to promote in Beautycounter, me wanting to be successful, and actually believing I could. I think there were times too that I would actually say, yeah, I hear their stories, but their stories can't be my story. And because of that belief system, I think that I was limiting myself from my potential. So I continued to work the business. I even promoted to director. I even, had a team. But what was happening was I didn't have anything sustainable. And so it was hard for me to get back. I'll never forget in April of this month, feeling like I had done all that I could do as a, Beautycounter consultant, as a mentor. And that night was close night. And I was so exhausted that I didn't even go check my numbers. Went to bed that night, woke up the next morning realizing that I was literally $43 away from promoting to manager. But my mind was just not in that place where I felt like I could do one more thing to support my business. And the people on my team, on our team, had different things going on in their lives. And, we always like to say that you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And one of the things I like to do is really respect the space of the people who I have the pleasure of working with in Beautycounter. And so I went to bed that night Woke up the next day and was like, oh my goodness, I was so close to promoting to manager and did not do that. Fast forward a month after that, couple of months after that, and I'm watching church. Literally, I have perfect attendance at church since the pandemic. And our pastor, Bishop Joseph Walker, was talking about how your mentality determines your reality. And I just stopped. I had an aha moment and I was like, you know what? I didn't really believe that I could take this business and run with it and do what I saw other people doing all the time. And I started to check myself and I started to regroup and I said, you know what, KK, you don't have a winning mindset. Your mentality is determining your reality. Because you don't have a winning mindset, you're not having the reality that you want with this business. So I changed my mindset, and going into September, I decided that I would host as many pop-ups. I would host a pop-up every single day for the people on our team. And I did just that. In the month of September, we hosted nearly 30 pop-ups. It was insane. I was exhausted. I thought I was crazy. But our teammates kept showing up and they kept bringing people, and we started adding people to our team. It was super exciting. It was exhausting, but it was exciting. And I truly had the mentality that we could do this, that really working this business, building a sustainable, strong, viable business was something that we could do. And so I was blown away at how our team took advantage of it. And I thought about it as September of servitude. But I realized in retrospect that also what I was doing was showing the people on our team that I was not asking them to do things that I wouldn't do myself. It was incredible. The results were astounding. That particular month, our team promoted to director. I was super excited about that. This was in September. And the very next month, they started hosting pop-ups without me. The team started to host pop-ups without me. I was doing some pop-ups, they were doing some pop-ups, but they were empowered to start hosting pop-ups without me. This piece of the story is really important. So our team is a senior director team. But in order to be a senior director team, you have to have a director on your team. So go back to April, that night that I went to sleep, because I felt I had done everything I could do and I was $43 short of manager. I went back and looked at April, and my dear friend, Rhonda Wilson, who had been my longest standing business partner, had 0 PV. I'd not even really realized it until October. And the reason I realized it is because in October, Rhonda promoted to director. She was the director leg for our team that helped us become a senior director team. And so I'm sharing this with you, and I did get her permission. I made sure that she was okay with me sharing this. I'm sharing this with you because there are moments that we want to quit. There are times when we think that we cannot get it done. And in full transparency, Rhonda called me that month in April, and she shared with me that she wasn't sure that she was going to continue with Beautycounter. And I told Rhonda then that she had what it took, and I assured her that we could do it together. In October, she proved that we could. It was super, super exciting. And kudos to all the other consultants on our team who worked tirelessly to help our team become a senior director team. Now, you may be asking, how are you all doing these pop-ups? And it's absolutely amazing when you think about what all happened from these pop-ups. Well, we were able to get in front of people and talk about our businesses. We were able to invite people to join our team. So many, in fact, that back in April, we had 14 people on our team. We now have 64. 300% growth in our team. And this was because the consultants on our team never quit. They kept telling their stories. They kept inviting people to pop-ups. And so the very next month in November, when we got ready to do our team call, they had already booked team pop-ups. I was blown away. And what I came to realize was that this business is about replication. This business is about believing in yourself. This business is about perseverance and never quitting. It's about establishing habits, good habits that you can repeat month after month. And I tell you, I couldn't be more grateful for the opportunity to work with such incredible people who make me better every single day. Their smiles, their comments, their energy, their drive let me know that I cannot quit. And I can't quit because they don't quit. And so we're still sharing, we're still hosting pop-ups. And now we're talking about text pop-ups, Facebook pop-ups. They're ready to go. We're popping up everywhere because there is power in the pop-up. Now, if you're on this call and you're on the fence, you're thinking about, should I join Beautycounter? Is this something for me? You need to hop right on off that fence. And I'm telling you why. January is right around the corner. As a matter of fact, it's not even a full month away. This is the opportunity for a new year and a new you. And also, not just a new year and a new you, but during a pandemic when we don't have opportunities to be as social as we once were, now you have an opportunity to have community. And it's okay that they're on the other side of the screen. I actually love it. Some of our late night team meetings, we show up with our PJs on. We're going to talk until we get ready to go to bed. But I love how they fill my bucket. And that's what's so important to me, is not just the camaraderie, but the real community. To know that we are truly, truly in a position where we can take control of our lives. Have you ever thought about the fact that we are trained from the very beginning to be employees? We go to high school, we go to college, they train us in college, if you choose that route. They train us in college to go work for other people. Where else can you get your own business for $50? And not just any business, but a sustainable business. A business with the #1 clean beauty company in the United States and Canada. Where else can you get a business that offers you flexibility? A business where you are truly socially impacting people's lives in a positive way. So when I wake up every day and I think about my opportunities with Beautycounter, the only thing I regret is that I didn't do it earlier. I want to say thank you so much for all of you all, for your time, your energy coming out to support me this evening. Please reach out to the consultant who invited you if you have any questions about the business opportunity or purchasing products. And the other thing is, I just want you to know that this is something special. It's something real. And if you have questions, feel free to ask them in the chat. And I've got some more time, so hold on one second and I'll look and see what is scrolling through there if you have any questions. I love it, Christina. Yes, join with some friends and start popping up. There is power in the pop-ups. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Jill. Thank you, Steph. Thank you, Shamika. Yeah, get you a good group of people to spend time with. You make that money right back and more. That's right. That's right, Kenzie. Thank you, Jillian. Thank you, Nina. Thanks, Pam. Absolutely. Any questions? Get those questions coming. I'm happy to answer questions. Building a legacy. That's right. Thank you all for coming. Thank you, Allison. Thank you, Denise. Is that Thesha? Thank you, Thesha. Thanks, Yolanda. Yeah, recruiting tips. So the one thing that we do, Rebecca, when we're having our pop-ups is we generally will have more than one person from the team on the pop-up. And so one person is really looking around the pop-up to see, any questions. They're working the chat, and we really lean into people who keep commenting on clean beauty. Maybe they already know about clean beauty, and oftentimes we'll do a side chat or a message and just say, hey, will you stick around after the pop-up, or have you ever considered owning your own business? And so those are conversations that we'll have right in the chat. The other thing with our team is that we'll do three-way calls. So I always offer that. I mentor deep. It doesn't matter what level you are. If you need, assistance, if you have questions, we make sure that we reach deep to help people on the team. And so we'll do that with recruiting. And a lot of times we'll just throw it out there like, wouldn't you like to have this much fun? We're playing music on our calls. We're laughing. And so, I think with the recruiting, the biggest thing is getting people there. And remember that our number one product at Beautycounter is our business opportunity. So you definitely want to always have conversations about the business opportunity. Yes, Denise, that's a great question. The majority of our team has full-time jobs. They do. I have a full-time job. I'm a school administrator. And that's another thing, we want to not make assumptions. When I think about, Dr. Stephanie and I went to Vanderbilt together. She went into neonatology. I went into education. I told her she's the one she chose the doctor profession that makes all the money. But, I don't think people would have originally thought we would have been Beautycounter consultants. You got two Vandy grads who had, that we were very strong in our professions. And so you don't want to make assumptions. I know that both of us take this, very seriously, and it has been a game changer for both of us as far as impacting people's lives, but also, helping be mentors and be available and empowering not only ourselves, but offering our gifts, talents, and abilities to others. Someone said, is there anything else you need to join? So and remember, there's so many different ways. That's a great way of having your own business. You can do things different ways. But for me personally, when the pandemic hit and people were home and we weren't doing traditional socials, I started to encourage people to at least purchase their regimen. So with the people on our team, they know and that they're going to use, and that's really important to us. Yeah, goal setting tips. Love those. So we do goal trackers at the beginning of the month. And I actually personally go down to if anyone has a team, if anyone has a team member on our team, I will go down and I look and I reach out to those leaders with my personal vision for their team. And I will ask them, does my vision match their vision? And so I use the milestones to do that. I use people's, I look at the month before to see how close they were. And I'll say, based on the number of people on their team and activity, this is what I see. And this is what my goal is. We always set a team goal, and our team always knows the entire team goal. And it's usually a pretty big number, but everyone knows kind of what their part in that is. And I think having the visual, because I do a newsletter every, at the beginning of the month to just do shout outs and goals and any upcoming information. And so when they see that, they have their eye on the prize. I also do ongoing leaderboards on our team, and that motivates the consultants, and it also helps them to mentor their teams because everybody's trying to move up and down or they don't want to move down. Everybody's trying to move up on the leaderboard. So. All right. And yes, I agree, Yvette. You will not regret your decision joining Beautycounter. We would absolutely love to have you. And I'm happy to, answer any questions, again, like I said, that you may have if you're considering the business opportunity. I am a mother of 4. I have a full-time job. So, I do this and it's extremely important to me, but it's really about your mindset. Oh my gosh, I think my favorite part, Christina, is absolutely the community. I am I love the fact that we are working together to help get safer products into the hands of everyone. We are making a real social impact. We are changing lives, and that's the best part to me. I love this. I show up without reservations, and I just enjoy the incredible community that we have, and that we're actually doing something positive. Yeah, that's a great question. If I'm not good at sales, and that was something I think that's probably the number. I say one, two number ones. I don't have enough time. I'm not good at sales. The thing about Beautycounter is the products sell themselves. People don't want salespeople. They don't want you to be salesy. They don't want to feel like, they're out buying a car and you're forcing them to get something that they may or may not want. They want authenticity. And that's what they get with our consultants. They want transparency. They want to know you're real. They want you to talk about how these products have enhanced your life or helped you or helped someone else. So I think that's extremely important, is that you understand that yes, you're selling products. And, people always, say that, Beautycounter is not something you do to someone. It's something you do for someone. And I truly believe that, we're not selling products to you. We're, fulfilling a need that you have. Oh, that's right. Be sure to share your favorite product and tag a friend so that your name will go into a drawing tonight. Thank you, Allison. I love you. You're always so supportive. Okay, Christina. Well, you let me know. I can stick around as long as you need me. If there aren't any questions, we definitely can go through the chat, and I'm happy to go back and answer questions. Okay, well, you all have a wonderful evening, and again, thank you for joining me. Oh, well, yeah, you all will still be able to put those in the chat. Yes, reach out to the consultant who invited you if you have any other questions.